Is ambition a virtue or a trap, a natural force or a societal invention? Does it elevate the soul or distract it from its essence? Join Brian, Dr. Dustin Gravana, Ava, and Chris as they trace ambition's journey across history, psychology, and lived experience.
And only after walking this path will you hear old Billy's note, the one that dares to ask, if nature doesn't demand ambition, why should we? Fasten your seatbelts. This isn't just an episode. It's a conversation across centuries.
Hello, everyone. I had worked on this text together with Tiffany. It's a shame that she has left us, and now I have to present it alone. This time, we chose to take a different approach. We preferred to bring a historical perspective on the theme of ambition through the lens of philosophy and present it before Chris delivers the original narration of Old Billy. This way, Ava will be able to present her summary with a clearer path for the reader's understanding. Allow me. Philosophy has long grappled with the concept of ambition, offering both praise and criticism depending on its nature and effects. Here's an overview of how different philosophers have approached ambition. Positive views on ambition. Aristotle. In Nicomachean Ethics, Aristotle sees ambition as part of virtue when exercised in moderation. He emphasizes megalopsychia, greatness of soul, where a person seeks great things but with moral character. For Aristotle, the key is finding the right balance, the golden mean, between being too ambitious, excess, and not striving for anything, deficiency. Friedrich Nietzsche, A. Nietzsche views ambition positively as a driving force of the will to power, Wille zur Macht. He sees ambition as part of what elevates individuals beyond mediocrity, driving them toward greatness and self-overcoming. For him, ambition is a natural part of human strength and creativity, Ayn Rand. In The Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged, Rand champions ambition as essential to human progress. Her philosophy of objectivism holds that rational self-interest and individual ambition are virtuous and lead to a thriving society. Critical views on ambition. Plato. In the Republic, Plato criticizes unchecked ambition, especially in rulers, arguing that it leads to tyranny. He believes that the ideal leader is a philosopher king, someone who rules not out of personal ambition, but out of wisdom and justice. Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Rousseau argues in Discourse on Inequality that ambition is a product of society rather than nature. He sees it as part of the corrupting influence of civilization, where individuals seek status and power rather than simple natural happiness. Immanuel Kant. Kant warns against ambition if it is motivated by selfish desires. In Groundwork for the Metaphysics of Morals, he emphasizes duty and moral law over self-serving ambition, arguing that true virtue comes from acting out of moral principles rather than personal gain. A middle ground. Michel de Montaigne. Montaigne explores ambition with skepticism in his essays. He sees it as a double-edged sword. It can lead to great achievements, but it can also consume individuals and make them restless. Hannah Arendt. Arendt, in The Human Condition, discusses ambition in the political realm. She distinguishes between those who seek power for the common good versus those who seek it for personal gain, arguing that ambition can either serve democracy or lead to its downfall. Conclusion. Philosophy does not have a single stance on ambition. It depends on its intention and effect.
I liked your idea, Brian. And don't worry. I trust that we'll have Tiffany back with us soon. Taking advantage of the moment, could Dr. Dustin Gravana do the same and offer us a brief overview of how psychoanalysis views the topic before we play Chris's recording?
Sure, John. Psychology views ambition as a complex and multifaceted trait that can be both positive and negative, depending on how it is expressed and pursued. Here are some key psychological perspectives on ambition, along with relevant theorists and researchers. Ambition as a motivational force. Abraham Maslow, Hierarchy of Needs. Maslow viewed ambition as part of self-actualization, the highest level of human motivation. Once basic needs are met, individuals seek personal growth and fulfillment, which can manifest as ambition in various forms. David McClelland, Need for Achievement. McClelland's research on motivation identified the need for achievement as a key driver of ambition. People with a high need for achievement set challenging goals and strive for personal success. 2. Healthy versus unhealthy ambition. Sigmund Freud, Psychoanalysis. Freud linked ambition to unconscious drives, particularly the ego's desire for success and recognition. When properly channeled, ambition can lead to constructive achievements. When excessive, it may become an obsession driven by unresolved psychological conflicts. Alfred Adler, Inferiority Complex. Adler believed ambition could stem from feelings of inferiority. If individuals compensate positively, ambition leads to personal growth. If negatively, it may result in unhealthy competitiveness or narcissism. Carl Rogers, Humanistic Psychology. Rogers emphasized self-congruence, suggesting that ambition should align with an individual's true self. When ambition is based on external validation rather than intrinsic motivation, it can lead to dissatisfaction. 3. Ambition and personality traits. Paul Costa and Robert McCrae, Big Five Personality Traits. Ambition is often associated with conscientiousness and openness to experience. Highly ambitious people tend to be disciplined, goal-oriented, and driven by curiosity and growth. Carol Dweck, Growth Mindset. Dweck's work on fixed versus growth mindsets suggests that ambition is most beneficial when individuals see challenges as opportunities for development rather than threats to self-worth. 4. Social and cultural influences on ambition. Albert Bandura, Social Learning Theory. Ambition is shaped by social and environmental influences. Role models, cultural values, and personal experiences determine how ambition is expressed. Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, Flow Theory. He studied how ambition contributes to deep engagement, flow, in activities. When ambition is intrinsic and aligned with personal passions, it leads to fulfillment rather than burnout. Conclusion. Psychology recognizes ambition as a natural and essential part of human motivation. However, its impact depends on whether it is driven by intrinsic, personal growth, or extrinsic, power, status, factors. Healthy ambition fosters achievement and well-being, while unhealthy ambition can lead to anxiety, burnout, or unethical behavior.
Thanks, Dr. Gravana. That's a lot of information, but it seems like a great idea to keep it all. As we like to say, if old Billy is crazy, at least he's in good company. Ava, please proceed with your analysis, and let's switch things up today. Let's present old Billy's note at the very end. This way, everyone will have all the necessary context to form their own conclusions.
Here we go. This is a thoughtful and introspective piece that explores the distinction between desire and ambition, ultimately advocating for a life aligned with nature rather than driven by societal expectations. Here's a detailed analysis. Strengths: challenging societal norms. The text effectively challenges the common belief that ambition is essential for success and fulfillment. It questions the very definition of amounting to something in life. Clear distinction between desire and ambition. Old Billy articulates a clear distinction between natural desires and the man-made construct of ambition. This distinction is central to the text's argument. Emphasis on alignment with nature. The text strongly advocates for living in harmony with nature, trusting its wisdom and guidance. This is a powerful and resonant message. Introspective and honest tone. The author's personal reflections and struggles create a sense of authenticity and relatability. Mr. Billy is very honest about their personal struggles with the concept of ambition. Effective use of analogy. The analogy of ants and their queen effectively illustrates the difference between natural roles and human ambition. The analogies regarding the human body and the water cycle are also very effective. Philosophical depth. The text delves into questions of purpose, fulfillment, and the meaning of life. The text also touches on the nature of selfishness and its positive aspects. Strong ending. The ending statement, emphasizing the importance of honoring life by living in alignment with it, is a powerful and poignant conclusion. Overall, this is a thoughtful and insightful piece that effectively challenges societal norms and advocates for a life aligned with nature. The author's honest reflections, clear distinctions, and philosophical depth make this a compelling and resonant read.
So, Chris, you can finally play the note Nasamom or Do-2-9. Thanks, Brian, Dr. Gravana, Ava, everyone.
When the fog descended, silence settled over the village after the discovery of old Billy's departure. His notes were left stacked, serving as entertainment for the locals who chose to share them with others.
Number 029. Ambition is natural. When I became an adult, someone in an aggressive tone cursed me by saying I would never amount to anything in this life because I lacked ambition. This person insisted that I acknowledge the big difference between having ambition and being ambitious. But the more they elaborated on their argument, the more convinced I became of the opposite. Noticing my resistance, they concluded with a firm statement: ambition is natural. Recently, I've come to understand how desire can transform into feeling, a vital force in the creative process. But even with this realization, I still struggle to see ambition as something natural. Desire and ambition are not the same. And even now, as I explore the positive side of selfishness, I remain uneasy with ambition, which to me feels like a man-made construct rather than an inherent law of nature. Ambition may be normal among men and women, perhaps even expected. But where in nature do we find the need to accumulate wealth to dominate others? Yes, there are displays of power in the animal kingdom, like the way ants follow the command of their queen, but no ant aspires to take her throne. Nature has already assigned each creature its role. If nature itself does not demand ambition, why should I accept the premise that being ambitious is necessary to become someone in this world? I too have desires, but my greatest one is to align myself with nature. I believe it knows me better than I know myself, and I trust it to guide me toward my highest purpose. Instead of forcing nature to conform to my ambitions, I choose to listen to its wisdom. After all, both the human body and the planet's water system function as perfect machines. Why, then, should I presume to dictate how these two creations should interact? I desire to connect with all manifestations of life and learn how we can coexist in harmony. I desire to listen, to truly hear what life in all its forms has to say. I desire to learn from my own nature, without the need to become anything other than what I already am. From the moment we are born, we are dying. And while I still have time, the least I can do is honor the life within me and around me by living in alignment with it, not against it.